Nice picture.
This is what I need a picture of.
Right. So,
Hey everybody, it's Mike Vondruska. Even though this YouTube channel is called Mike's Mexico Adventures, I'm not always in Mexico. I'm there about 4 to 5 months, maybe 6 months out of the year. I go back and forth between where my home is in Chicago area and different places in Mexico with a base, an apartment and an office in Veracruz, Mexico, the state of Veracruz. Today I wanted to talk about going on vacation to natural locations, nature locations. The thing is, everybody wants to go. Look at the national parks in the United States. I mean, sometimes you have to make a reservation to go there, to camp there, and you get stuck in traffic jams in nature. Oh my gosh. But it's because it's so great. Everybody wants to go. The same is true, let's say, for Hawaii. All right, people love to go to Hawaii. It's beautiful, the different islands. But the thing is, everybody wants to go. So they jack up the prices. It's all tourism. You gotta, for instance, pay to go watch them do the hula dances, and it's a tourist thing. A lot of you out there who are watching this are thinking, yeah, I am looking for places that are more off the beaten path, off track, where that hasn't really been discovered yet. If you're looking for an experience that's still unique, it's still like going on a National Geographic expedition where you could pretend you're the first people to go there, then you might want to consider going to Veracruz, Mexico. It's along the east coast of the Gulf of Mexico. It's a lot closer than Costa Rica to the United States and Canada. Now don't get me wrong, Costa Rica is a beautiful place. I mean, they've got all the tropicalness that you'd ever want. But the thing is, if you mention Costa Rica to people, no, yeah, you know, maybe they've been there, and that's the thing, is that everybody knows about it, and that's where everybody's going. And so again, they become sometimes canned presentations, canned tours. You know, it's not what I know a lot of you are looking for. In southern Veracruz, there's an area where it's a recognized world biosphere area. 550 different species of tropical birds live there. You can see macaws flying overhead. There are monkeys, just like in Costa Rica. I mean, it is tropical. And here's the thing. In that state of Veracruz, last year, of all the tourism they had, all right, 2% were foreign. So that means anybody else that was going, it was Mexican nationals. And I can guarantee you that in a lot of these places, because I've been there, I've lived there, a lot of these places, especially in the jungle, you might not see anybody else, and especially foreigners. So this is a place that's off the beaten path, off track. Travel agents really don't know about it, and it's not advertised. And so that is a place that if you're looking for a tropical adventure, you might want to consider it. A lot of movies were filmed there. I'll give you an example. All of these movies are great. If you haven't seen them, you should go see them. One is, and it's an old movie, it starred Sean Connery. It's called The Medicine Man. It was filmed in the jungles of Veracruz. How about Harrison Ford? If you've seen the movie Clear and Present Danger, again, that was filmed in Veracruz. All right. Then you also have a more recent film. When I say more recent, 5-6 years, and that was actually directed by Mel Gibson, and it was called Apocalypto. And again, that was filmed in the jungles of Veracruz. Now this is kind of interesting. There's another movie that was filmed there. It stars Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner, and it's the movie Romancing the Stone. Now, interesting thing is that Romancing the Stone in the movie is supposed to be taking place in the country of Colombia, especially the city of Cartagena. Now, it wasn't filmed there. It was filmed in Veracruz. couple years ago, I was at a tourism event for a day, and it was sponsored by the country of Colombia. And so I was checking out what does Colombia have to offer, and there were speakers. And one of the speakers, he said, he said after the movie Romancing the Stone came out, they had a big, huge uptick in lots more tourists coming to Colombia, especially the city of Cartagena, because they saw it in the movie and they want to see what it's like. He goes, unfortunately, he goes, none of that movie was filmed in Cartagena or in Colombia. He said, so I want to personally thank the state of Veracruz in Mexico for bringing the country of Colombia lots more tourism. Huh, go figure. Oh, one last thing. Remember the ex-governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger? The movie Predator was also filmed there. So if you've seen any of those movies, you get an idea for what the area of Veracruz, especially southern Veracruz, is like. It's tropical, it's pristine, and guaranteed you're probably not even going to see any other foreigners the time you're there. Now that's really interesting. That usually doesn't happen. Obviously it doesn't happen in Costa Rica and other places, the Caribbean islands. I mean, those are all tourist places. This is still pristine. I know this area I'm speaking about in southern Veracruz very well. I actually had an apartment there for 11 years, and I spent a lot of time there. I've done a lot of trekking through the jungle. I have found hidden waterfalls on private properties where people have invited me to come take a look at it. You can do everything there from, rappelling to waterfall jumping. Holy crap, that's a long ways down. To kayaking, but the thing is, nobody's on the river, all right? Of course, unless you come during the summer months or during, let's say, December or during the Easter holiday when a lot of Mexicans go there. But the rest of the year, not very many people. And some of these locations I'm talking about, they still don't even have internet. They don't have cell phone service. And if it was a touristy place, you have to have those things. Well, they don't, because it's not a touristy place. And that's the cool part about it. I've got great guides down there, by the way, too. Now that you've had an opportunity to get to know the area a little bit in southern Veracruz, you're probably wondering, yeah, maybe it sounds cool. Maybe I should consider going there for a vacation. Go check it out. How do I get there? If you're coming from the United States or Canada, you can go, a direct flight from Houston, Texas, goes directly to the city of Veracruz. Otherwise, most likely you'll fly into Mexico City, and from Mexico City to the city of Veracruz is about 250 miles. By bus, it's about 5.5 hours. By plane, 50 minutes. So you can take a puddle jumper from Mexico City to the city of Veracruz, and then the places I'm talking about, the rainforest areas, are 100 miles south of the city of Veracruz. And we have tours that leave from Veracruz that go down there, one-day tours as well as multi-day tours. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Just click that thumbs up button. Also, if you want to stay informed as to when the next videos are coming out, then click subscribe. I try to put out a video every single week, and usually it comes out on Sunday. Thanks again, and have yourself a great week. Hasta luego.